Hello, my lovelies. What's up and welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. We made it through 2020. For my first video of the year, I actually have current beauty favorites. The other day I was using a couple of products that I was like, I have been loving these so much, and there's been quite a few of products that I have been saying that recently about and that I've been reaching for. They've been the products I've pretty much been using the most. And I thought, you know what? Haven't been doing a monthly favorites here lately, but I'm pretty sure I could sneak in a current beauty favorites, especially because I'm wanting to start the year off right with some good makeup products, some good beauty products, and I want to share that with you. So if you're interested in seeing what my favorite current beauty products are, and maybe they'll work for you, then just keep on watching. So my friends, as usual, I'm not going to go in any particular order, and I've got like a whole hodgepodge of stuff in here, like no joke. It is a little bit of everything. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm excited to dig into these. First off, I'm going to start with a couple of brushes. The first one being this Real Techniques brush that I threw away the packaging. It's a setting brush. That's what it says. I think it's the one everybody uses on YouTube for their highlight. At least it looks like it. It's the RT402. So you guys, this has replaced my Anastasia A23. I never thought that was possible, but you know, my local Marshalls had this a few weeks back. It's probably been, I can't remember, maybe late October, early November-ish, that I found this, picked it up, and I haven't looked back. I don't find myself reaching for my A23 at all. This is the only highlighting brush I've been picking, and it's so lightweight. It's beautiful. It's pink. And it's got that density that I need for certain highlighters that are a little bit more stiffly packed in their pan, but it's also very soft and flexible. It's that perfect happy medium. I don't think I'm ever gonna love another highlight brush as much as I love this one. So that is a total must-have, quite frankly. The other is a brush I've had for a very long time. It's maybe like 3 or 4 years. It came in an It Cosmetics for Ulta brush set at one point for like holiday. And this is actually I think it's a concealer brush, Airbrush concealer. And I have to tell you, this is what I have been using as my under eye setting powder brush. I don't think I could ever go back to anything else, kind of like the Real Techniques. This size is perfection for my under eyes. It leaves my under eyes looking it just deposits the perfect amount of powder down there. And what I do is I brush it here. So what I do is I go like this and I take it down and I take the powder to right here where I usually get very red and my skin starts to crack a little bit. Just typically that's the driest part of my face. So I go like this and I take it down to here. I also use it, I grab a little bit more, I use it right here, and then right here where it fits in between my brows. I, again, don't think I will ever go back to using a larger brush underneath my eyes. This is perfect. And it's just so awesome when you find that perfect brush from something that's already in your collection. So definitely, it's all I've been using. Honestly, for like the past 2-3 months, that's how I've been using it. And I don't see myself using anything else. Okay, we have a visitor. Let me move these brushes. We have a visitor. I'm going to disclose, I'm filming this on New Year's Eve. It will go up on Saturday, so the 2nd of January, but fireworks have already kind of started in my neighborhood and he flips out. So I'm so sorry if he's distracting. I'm even distracted. Hold on. Sit down, baby. Sit down. Can you sit? Well, I think I offended him. He wanted to sit in my lap, and I think I offended him by asking him to sit down. Anyways, okay, moving on. So next up is the Marc Jacobs, let's see, Kissability. It's the Recover Hydrating Coconut Lip Oil, and it's the only shade they have. It's called Kissability. I love this so much. I'm actually surprised I still have quite a bit of product in there. So you guys know, if you've been with my channel for a long time, that I am tried and true for the Clarins Instant Lip Comfort Oil. I think that's around how you say it. I still love it, don't get me wrong, but I think I could leave that one for this one. It's all I've been using, quite frankly. I use a lip oil in the mornings after I brush my teeth because then my lips get very tight and dry. And this has just been working for me. You also get more product for, I want to say like maybe a couple dollars more than the Clarins. And I love how it glistens. It makes my lips look juicy. They feel very hydrated. This is where it's at for me, and I think this is the one I'm going to keep repurchasing from here on out. Like I said, it's the only one I've been using for several weeks now. I haven't even touched my Clarins Instant Lip Comfort Oil. So next is by Fenty. This is nothing new. It's been in my collection. But ask me why. I just have been using it nonstop. I'm not using it today, but not only over like my highlight on the apples of my cheeks, but as a topper for my eyeshadow in my inner corners. There is a beauty to this thing that I had forgotten about, and now I can't stop using it. And again, just like the other brush, I love finding things in my collection that I forgot that I loved and just putting them to regular use, because then I really feel like I'm getting good use out of my makeup. This has a most beautiful twinkle. It's got a shine, it's got a twinkle that is absolutely lovely, and I can't tell you, it doesn't look like much, I feel like, on a swatch. Once you put it on an inner corner, once you layer it over top of your highlight, it is a twinkle like I don't even know. I don't have anything like this in my collection. This is unique. It's one of a kind. And I have added the rose one to my loves list that I hope to get in the very near future. Next up is the Josie Maran, and I think I included this in my favorites of 2020. But truly this is a current favorite because it's something I am using on the regular. And it's the Josie Maran Argan Infinity Intensive Creamy Oil. My skin, it's winter. And like most of y'all, my skin is very, very dry at the moment. So every night over top, I go in with my nightly moisturizer, whether it be the Youth to the People Dream Mask or the Body Butter by the same brand. And then what I do is I squeeze a little bit of this out. It's very thick, like a Vaseline consistency, but it's got that oil. So it ends up looking shiny once you put it on your face. I put a ton of it like right here. Ever since once I got over COVID, the congestion, I don't even know if congestion is the right word. It's gross. It's TMI, but honestly, like the phlegm, I had that for so long. So the constant blowing of my nose, that has been probably the biggest struggle for me, is the lasting cough and the lasting phlegm. But like my nose right here, so dry. I also get very, very dry in the winter right here, and then usually right here. My T-zone, like everybody else. Well, I think T-zones get oily, right? Mine gets dry. Anyways, so I go in with this. My husband says it looks like chicken grease once I put it on my skin, and I'm like, sweet, that's the intent. But I'm hoping you can see, I don't want to use too much because you're not going to be able to really feel it through the camera, but so it's very, very thick. And once you start smoothing it out, it does smooth out to like an oily finish. That sounds terrible. It sounds worse than probably turning you off on that. But you see how that's like super glistening? That's how it looks on the face. I love it. My skin appreciates it so much. And it's pulling double duty with my lotions, with my moisturizers, but it's most needed, and I have been using that nonstop. I'm not kidding, probably since the beginning of November. I love it so much. Okay, a couple of just random things. Remember not too long ago I told y'all about the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara that I just kind of wasn't sure that, I was still testing it out. Have used it every single day for the past couple of weeks. Don't plan on going back to the Maybelline mascara anytime soon. This, as with any mascara, sometimes it takes a few uses for it to kind of really bring out its full potential. It's almost like when you first start using a mascara, there's not a lot of product. I don't know. But as you keep using it, like it starts getting more moistened or whatever. I hate the word moist, by the way. Anyways, this is a very wet mascara, I'm finding out, and it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. It's not the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. Still haven't bit the bullet to repurchase that, but it's pretty darn good for drugstore, and yeah, I don't see myself not using it anytime soon. The next one is the Rare Beauty Liner. I'm telling you guys, this is the only eyeliner I've been using, black eyeliner, since I bought it. Now, there are days like today where My look really didn't call for a winged liner or a black liner on my upper lash line, just because it would look a little harsh. There's a little bit other stuff going on. But on the days where I wear black eyeliner, which is quite frequently, this is it. I have discarded. Now, granted, y'all know I love the Maybelline Ultra Slim, whatever. That's still in my drawer and is still an amazing option for the price. But I actually even find this one easier to do a winged liner than the other one, which is mind-blowing. This is where it's at. I love it. Again, don't see myself changing it up anytime soon. And yeah, I mean, it's your standard black liner. I don't know what else I'm going to show you there. Next, the Patrick Ta Major Brow. Is this a Major Brow? I thought that's what it was called. I think so. Anyways, so it's the shaping wax. It's the soap brow, if you will. And I have hit pan. Now, mine has been doing something a little funky, I'm not gonna lie. It's almost like there's this spot in the middle right here. So this is legit, I've hit pan. This, I started to hit pan, but over time, it's like it developed moisture in there. Well, you have to spray it with water, obviously. I like to leave it kind of open for it to dry out before I close it, but it kind of developed, I don't know if moisture, but I want to say mold. I know that sounds so disgusting. I was a little freaked out when I first saw it. It was gray and it was almost like a dot, and it kind of had eaten a hole through the product. Let me know in the comment section below if you have encountered that same thing, or am I the only one with a really strange thing? Anyways, that aside, I didn't bring this up to talk negative about it. Obviously, it's in my current favorites. It's all I've been using on my brows, in addition to a pen, which is the Brow Blade by Urban Decay, just to kind of fill in little spots that just need, but I don't use pomade. I haven't been using a pencil. This is what I've been using. I love it. I love the way it leaves my brows. I do find that as the day goes on, they do start to fall a little bit. They don't stay in that super spruced up position that when I initially do my makeup, but I love it nonetheless. And it's the only thing I've been using for months now, pretty much. Next up, the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Powder. I have been using this as a setting powder, but you can absolutely use it just like as a powder foundation. This is the only thing I have bought from the line, and is the only thing I really own by the brand CoverGirl. It's not one of my favorite drugstore brands. Y'all know I'm not huge on drugstore products just because I don't find a lot that really works for me. There's some things that work for me from Wet n Wild. Maybelline has a couple of products that I am very hardcore for. So the products I do find, I'm dedicated to. But it's not like I venture out and try a ton of stuff like I do on the high end, or on the Sephora end, I guess I should say, because usually I find that more doesn't work for me than does. This does work for me. And I had bought this, I don't know, a few weeks ago when I was watching Stephanie Leda. I can't remember. I never can remember her channel name. SMXLO, I think. Anyways, I find her personality hysterical. She makes me laugh. She's so funny. But I really love her personality. So anyways, I want to say from time to time she does throw in a word here and there. So I know I say that because a lot of y'all will comment that you love my channel because you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. So anytime I mention a channel, I want to make sure that I'm upfront with you about that. So again, I have the shade, let's see, 140 Light, and I love it. I probably could have even stood to go lighter. Maybe there was a fair, I don't know. I feel like it does oxidize slightly on me. But aside from that, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. Yeah, it's pretty much, I've been alternating between this and my Huda Easy Bake, but for me to be loving a drugstore powder, that's crazy. Okay, let's talk about lashes. Recently, I'm so sorry, I can't remember who it was that asked me. I should have saved your name. Recently, someone asked me in a video if I had a favorite pair of lashes, and I remember saying, no, I really don't. If I had to pick one, it would be the Kiss Ritzy lash, but I've never found a lash that I am truly hardcore for, that I'm ride or die, that I'm like, this is my lash for life. What's funny, it's funny how things happen, because shortly after that conversation on my video, I ended up finding my lashes that I I could buy these for the rest of my life and be happy, which is really crazy. So anyways, one of them, so this style that I'm wearing right now is the Ardell Wispies in 113. Something you've probably seen left and right at your grocery store. I had always bought the Demi Wispies, but I don't remember who I was watching months ago, and it always stayed with me that they used the 113. So I thought, you know what? My grocery stores was having like 25% off all beauty. It was the time to stock up, so I did. And these are, you know, these are my everyday. I think I will stock up on the 113s. They're beautiful. They're beautiful to make a glam look complete. They are also beautiful if you're not wearing eye makeup and you just want to wear these. They almost look like those lash extensions, but better. I'm so happy with them. And I want to say this pack was 10 bucks, and I got the discount. So for 5 pairs, you really can't beat that. Now, if you want to go super glam, and I have used these in a video, it was, I think, my Christmas get ready with me, but these are by Kiss. And it's Lash Couture, so the brand, I've since thrown away the little cardboard thingy, but it's by Kiss. It's the Lash Couture series. They're in Russian volume. I'll be going back. I think my grocery store had 2 left. They're harder to find. Well, my Ulta stores don't carry them in store. But these are, if I were to tell you a dupe, I would closely relate them to the Huda Samantha Lash. Can't remember what number that is, but I remember really loving the Samantha Lash and kind of wanting to find a cheaper dupe. And this is it. If you want dramatic, if you want New Year's Eve, Christmas, I am going to a Cinderella ball. I'm going to Cinderella's royal table. This would be the lash. They are fluffy. They are huge. They're beautiful. They do have a thicker band, but I don't find the band to be uncomfortable. So absolutely stunning. And I think these were like $6 or $7. So slightly more, but definitely not the 20 that you'd pay for the Huda lash. Okay, let's talk a couple of perfumes. So this is something that I had used last year around this time. And then of course, during the summer, spring, summer, and all of that, I kind of like to go to lighter, florally, fruity scents, but truthfully, I haven't been wearing a whole lot of perfume because I've been working from home. And so there's really no need to get dressed up and put perfume. But here lately, over the last couple of months, I have been adding perfume to my kind of at least every other day because it makes you feel a little bit more put together. It makes you feel not as frumpy, you know? I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that feels like that, but this perfume I already had, and I'm so sad that you can't find it at Sephora anymore. I'm gonna have to find a way to get a backup of this. It's the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Amethyst. And I forget what the notes were, but cigar was one of them. It's a very heavy, musty or musky kind of scent. I mean, it's like you walked into a cigar store, to be completely honest. So between this one and I'm going to give you 2 others. So in my replica set that I bought in June, it came with By the Fireplace, which I had heard a ton about, and Jazz Club. So I love both. They both have that heavier scent. By the Fireplace is, oh my gosh. Anyways, so let me pull this one out because I'm going to tell you right now that these 2 could be my winter perfumes for the rest of my life. Just like the lashes, I'd be happy. They are so incredible. It smells cozy, but it's very thick smelling. I love how it lingers on my hair, and the next morning I will wake up and I can still smell it. And it almost smells like I was sitting by the fire with someone smoking a cigar. I mean, that's the easiest and best way to put it. I have never loved a scent this much. And I find these to be kind of similar. I'm horrible with describing scents. I find them to be pretty similar in their heaviness and in their kind of cigar type of, you know, I don't know that By the Fireplace has any cigar type of smell, but I think it's got that smokier type of scent. These 2 are everything. Once I am out of this little one, you can bet I will be buying the big one. I had never taken the plunge because I was like, I don't know if these are worth the hype. Oh, trust me, they are. And this little set was the perfect way to try multiple scents from the brand. So you guys, these, oh, and oh my gosh, I can smell them through the bottle. Oh my, yes. absolutely my very favorite perfumes. Quite frankly, in general, like it beats out even a summer, spring perfume scent, whatever. This, if it were, not that it's not appropriate to use in the springy months, but it's kind of not what you usually use because of its heavier tone. So I've got just a few more things. I know. Okay. This might be a little surprising. So the Rare Beauty Spray, I had said in my Sephora update that I didn't know if I was as crazy about it as I thought it was going to be. As with anything, sometimes the more you use it, the more it grows on you. And now I can't stop using it. It's absolutely a favorite. I have not even touched my other setting sprays. I am starting to really work my way down this one, and I can guarantee you that once I'm done, I will repurchase another one. The first couple of times that I used it, I wasn't crazy about the sprayer. It kind of spat out at me, and now it has evened out to the perfect spray. And obviously, you guys know as much as I do that the spray makes all the difference. So this formula, along with the way it sprays out, perfection. I can't stop using it. This is pretty much, well, I'll talk about this one in a second. This is one of my 2 favorite setting sprays of life right now. It makes my face look so put together, so blended in, so evened out once I'm done that I cannot get enough. The other one is the Charlotte Tilbury. Everyone talked about this one, and now I know why. This thing will lock your makeup in. I'm not even kidding. I wore this to New Year. Okay, I did my makeup early in the morning on the day we went for New Year's Eve dinner. We didn't go on New Year's Eve, obviously. Today's New Year's Eve that I'm filming this. We went yesterday. I did my makeup 5:30 in the morning. We went to dinner 6:30 in the evening. My face looked like I had just done my makeup. I'm not even kidding. You guys, I'm not going to tell you something that sounds good and is not true. I'm telling you it works for me, and I can put makeup to the test, you guys, for long days. My makeup looked so good when we went to dinner. I was like, this stuff is magical. I like this even more than the All Nighter by Urban Decay. And as soon as I'm done with this, I will purchase a large one. Now, I haven't made my way as quickly through this one as this one because I do save this for days in which I need my makeup to hold up throughout the day because I might have something in the evening or whatever the case may be. The only thing I'm not crazy about this one is the sprayer. This one comes out a little fierce. It's aggressive. I'm just like, ooh. Anyways, it still does the job, and this is gonna come out sounding wrong, but once I'm done spraying it, it feels locked and loaded. Like my face almost feels kind of tight. I don't want that to turn y'all off to it because it's just the way I can describe it. It's not uncomfortable. You can just feel that it has pretty much locked everything in. This is incredible. It's worth the price tag, I promise. I think those are 2 of my favorite setting sprays of life at this point. The ABH Dewy spray is still my favorite one of all time, but aside from that, I'm happy to put all my others aside for these. So let's talk lip products. These Tower 28 glosses, I can't stop using them. They are so good. I've already added Oat to my loves list. Anytime I have used a gloss since I picked these up, it's been these. Now, I will tell you, so lip blush, I've talked about multiple times on my channel. This is not just a current beauty favorite. This is like a lifetime beauty favorite. It's actually, this is the one I'm wearing. This is the lip color I'm wearing on my lips. It's called Do You Boo. And these lip blushes to me are everything because they don't dry super parching on my lips. They're the perfect wash of color, but they dry down to where you can put a gloss over top without getting your doe foot all gross with pigment because they're dried down. Love the lip blushes. I'm not going to spend time on that because I've talked about them a million times over. But these Tower 28 glosses are so juicy. It's called a jelly something, a jelly gloss or whatever. And I know I actually, why can't I talk? I can see why. It's very jelly consistency. It's Shine On Lip Jelly. This one's in coconut. This one's in cashew. Cashew's the one I have over top of that lip blush today. And I hope they come out with more shades of this, you guys, because these are sensational. They're super shiny. They're soft. They're cushiony, if I can even describe that. I don't know. The price tag, I think, is like $14. I'm telling you, I haven't even touched another lip gloss in the last few weeks, well, since I picked these up. And my absolute favorite lip gloss of the moment. I can't wait to pick that other one up. All right, let's talk just a couple other things. I just have 3 things left. One is very random. It's a hair clip. I have had this clip for a very long time. It's from Ulta. I don't even remember. It's Skunci or Skunchi or however you say that brand. I'm sorry. I love this little bow, but I wanted to mention it because there's a lot of times now where I put my hair all the way up to here pretty much. And I like to put this like right here to cover the little elastic, you know, holding my pony. I just love the look of this so much. I want to buy like little bows or something to put up there too, so that I can vary it out because I haven't given this one a break. But technically it's beauty because it's hair. But I had to talk about this because it's been a lifesaver. I love the little bejeweled it gives my hair. Okay, 2 things. The Tarte CC, let's see, Under Eye Corrector has been my best friend for months. And it's not one of those things where I've used it a couple months, kind of laid off it, used it a little while. No. I have been using this pretty much since the spring sale. That's when I bought it because COVID has given me some crazy under eye circles. I don't know if COVID or whatever's happening in the world is weighing heavy on all of our minds. But I have had not so great sleep nights this year, and that's very unusual for me. Anyways, my under eye circles, darker than usual. And this has been so life-saving for me because it technically even looks like concealer before I even go in with my concealer. I go in with this bare-faced. I go in with primer and then I put this on. This is the first thing I put on right after my primer, and then I start with foundation and all of that stuff. Literally, by the time I'm ready to put concealer, it almost looks like I hardly need any concealer. This thing is my very best friend at the moment. Has been all year and will be in 2021 as well. Absolutely my favorite. Now, granted, I will be upfront. This is the only under eye corrector I've used aside from the Becca brightening one. I moved that one on to my mom because it didn't really do what I was hoping it would. And I might try the Charlotte Tilbury one next. I don't know. But for the price point, this is amazing. I, again, don't see myself moving away from this one anytime soon. Last is probably my very favorite current beauty favorite of this bunch. And as soon as I'm done with this, I will buy the large one. Mark my words. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is by Dr. Jart. Sika Pear? Oh gosh, I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm sorry. But it's the Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. This thing is so bizarre. It is green and it is basically for redness on the skin. You go in with this. It smells like a spa. I'm not even kidding. You go in with this and at first, the very first time I used it, I was like, I went in with too much because my face looked like it had a green cast and I was there like rubbing. I was like, oh shoot, I used too much. No, ended up using the perfect amount. Once you start rubbing it in, it starts changing to almost like a skin tone color. I've never done it, but I probably could have just left it at that and not even gone in with foundation. My skin looked flawless. And every time, and I say looked because that was the first time I used it. Every time I have used it, I always kind of want to stop there and not go in with foundation because I'm like, it just looks so good. And I have amazing skin days on the days that I use this. So I can't recommend this enough. If you have redness, this is what it looks like. Let me see. Let me pop my watch off real quick. This video is going to be so long. Okay. So let's do my little veins. So it's green. And we're going to start going in. And you see how it starts like leaving like a green cast and you're like, oh shoot. What do I do now? Okay, so now that I've kind of done that, you guys, it's like a skin color. Now I'm not saying it matches your skin color exactly. You're going to cover with something else. It's not green anymore. It's like a skin color, like a concealer, or I don't even know how to tell you that whatever magic is in this little pot. It's the best thing ever. And it smells like a spa. Like I literally feel like, oh, I'm about to get a massage right now. It smells so good. And this little thing this is gonna last me a very long time. And it's 1/2 ounce. I wanna say it was about $18, more or less. Maybe it was 20. I think it was 18. I wanna say the big one is probably 50. I can't remember for sure. Try the small one first. Try it and thank me later. And then you'll buy the big one. Trust me on that. Honestly, my favorite current beauty favorite. Out of everything, if I had to pick one thing to use for all of 2021, it literally would be this. This is sensational. Love it. Love it. Can't speak its praises enough. Okay, my friends, that brings us to the end of this very long beauty favorites. My apologies for it being so long. I didn't think it would. I'm chatty today. Anyways. So before I let you go, you guys know I have to give you a very quick verse of the day, just to let you know that Jesus loves you, cares for you, every aspect of your life he cares about. And I will throw up a phone number as usual in case you need prayer, in case you need someone to talk to. It's no commitment or anything. It's really just for you in case you need it. But I just want to leave you with Marc 6:31, and it says, and this is Jesus speaking, and it says, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." Of course, this was when he was still with the disciples, but it even stands true to this day. Christ can give you a rest and a peace that no one or nothing else can. If there is a void in your heart, if you are feeling some sort of way, if you're feeling lonesome, if you feel like a hole in your heart, like you can't fill it, I just ask you to give him a chance. Give Jesus a chance to show you how amazing he can be, how much rest he can give you. If you are tired, you're weary, you're carrying burdens, let him carry those for you. Let him give you peace and rest. And again, I'll refer you back to that phone number to just call somebody and talk about that. Let that peace wash over you. It is more than you could ever think or imagine. Trust me on that. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by, spending a little bit of your day with me. I have appreciated it so, so much. I love spending time with you guys. So I will see you in the next video. Again, Happy New Year. So please stay safe and stay well now that we are in a new year, God willing, a fresh new start. I love you guys, but Jesus loves you so, so much more. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.